In a world built on steel and power, only the toughest survive. These 30 insane shredding and crushing machines don't just destroy, they redefine strength itself. From roaring metal to exploding concrete, this is where chaos becomes engineering art. Man, it's hard watching a piece of Ottawa's past go like that. Bus 4040 ran routes through the city for years. Rain, snow, and freezing nights. Kids rode it to school, workers home after long shifts. Now, it's just twisted metal. Time doesn't stop, even for machines that carry generations. Seeing a 66 Olds 442 crushed flat like that. Once upon a time, this beast roared down Route 66 with its 400 cubic inch V8 shaking the pavement. Those chrome lines and that soul belong to an era long gone. But I guess even legends eventually get recycled back into the world they once ruled. Every chip from the Pezzolato PTH 900 can become mulch, biomass fuel, or particle board material. Machines like this prove recycling isn't wasteful, it's productive. With 260 HP used efficiently, emissions drop per cubic meter of processed wood. Smart power means cleaner forestry. HDPE is tough stuff, resistant to impact and heat. That's why machines like the AZ15WL use twin shafts instead of single cutters. The counter-rotating motion grips and tears material instead of slicing it, reducing friction and wear. It's controlled destruction, pure and efficient. That twin-shaft shredder is a torque monster. Each rotor counter-rotates at low RPM with massive force, tearing a steel frame bicycle like cardboard. The blades, likely D2 or 42 CRMO steel, are heat-treated for durability. Machines like this redefine industrial efficiency, raw power with controlled destruction. Man, this takes me straight back to the golden age of American horsepower, when cars had soul, drivers had guts, and nobody worried about traction control. Just pure torque, chrome, and adrenaline. Those Gearbusters guys are keeping the old spirit alive. Love to see it. That's one way to say goodbye to a Golf. Feels weird seeing it lifted like a soda can, but hey, metal has its second life waiting in the shredder. This is how large-scale recycling really works. The Rome Mahler 3300 takes everything from steel beams to tires and breaks them into reusable chunks. It's powered by a CAT 3406 diesel, using Rexroth hydraulics to keep constant torques at low speed. Smart and sustainable. That twin-shaft shredder is a torque legend. Each rotor spins opposite at low RPM, ripping through steel pans and plastic drums with 40,000 Nm of force. Built for endurance, those German-made cutters can handle mixed waste streams all day without losing edge. Had a face, it'd look like the Mezzo C130. The sound it makes isn't noise, it's authority. Every jaw movement turns chaos into precision, turning mountains into gravel with cold efficiency. Built in Finland, forged for war against stone. Watching it work feels like witnessing nature itself surrender. It's wild to think this redwood lived longer than most cities have existed. Now, it's being reborn as furniture, a second life from roots to art. That's the beauty of responsible milling. Instead of waste, you get legacy. If you're gonna cut a giant like this, make it count for something lasting. Italy's been crafting metal since the Roman Empire, and the Idromech B6000 feels like that legacy reborn. Instead of swords and shields, it forges a cleaner world, one compressed car at a time. The blend of tradition and technology makes this machine more than a baler, it's history in motion. You don't stand near a dual shear M180 without full gear, gloves, goggles, boots, and a clear head. Those twin shafts spin with silent power, and one flying shard can ruin your day. Respect the machine, follow the protocol, and let the steel beast do its job safely. What looks like destruction is actually renewal. The Ulster shredder helps recover steel, copper, and insulation from old refrigerators, keeping toxic waste out of landfills. Every crushed unit means cleaner air and less mining. Progress doesn't always look pretty, but it sure sounds powerful. Imagine tons of tangled ocean debris meeting the Unta XR3000 steel teeth. Every rotation sounds like the ocean fighting back against pollution. From fishing nets to bottle caps, nothing stands a chance. It's not destruction, it's rebirth. This is how the tide turns, one shredded piece at a time. The Brush Bandit 1890 may be from 2007, but that 200 horsepower Cummins engine still pulls strong. The 32XL feed opening swallows logs fast, and the winch setup adds serious utility. Sure, the lower gears got a crack, but it still chews wood like a champ. American steel never quits easy. This kind of torquey could twist a car in seconds, so operators stay geared up. Helmet, gloves, boots, all checked. The Rome 3300 means business, but safety keeps the crew alive to tell the story. Respect the machine, and it'll reward you with performance, not problems. The H50 reminds us that nothing is truly waste. Even broken wood and shredded paper have value when handled with purpose. It's a lesson for life. Refine, reshape, and reuse. Just like those blades being resharpened, we all get a chance to cut sharper the second time. Ever wondered what happens when industrial power meets soft fabric? The Lion Evo doesn't hesitate. It grabs, twists, and tears like a lion on the hunt. It's oddly fun to watch destruction turn into resource. Recycling never looked this thrilling before. 40 seconds of pure mechanical dominance. The Zato roars, tearing through a compacted ELV like it's nothing. You can feel the vibration through the ground, hear steel begging for mercy. This isn't destruction, it's controlled rebirth, metal finding its second life through industrial precision. Dude, I could watch this all day. The SR500 just eats through hard plastic like it's nothing. That rotor sound is oddly satisfying. Makes you realize how much power and precision go into recycling. Honestly, this is the kind of destruction that actually helps the planet. I'm all for it. Compared to most shredders, the AS15WL stands out for its torque control. While others rely on speed, this one uses strength and timing. It's like the difference between sprinting and powerlifting, slow but unstoppable. Efficiency doesn't always mean fast, sometimes it means smart. The Python 1600 shreds birch waste like it's paper. With a 1600 mm feed width and over 200 HP of pure hydraulic muscle, it turns pallets into uniform biomass in seconds. Built in Germany, it's a true workhorse. Low noise, high efficiency, and precision engineered for non-stop industrial duty. You know you're an adult when watching a cable stripping machine feels satisfying. The KABM doesn't mess around. Just feed it copper and watch it peel like an orange. It's the kind of ASMR only electricians and recyclers can truly appreciate. Hard to believe those pallets once carried the weight of industry. Now the SR500 breaks them down for a new life. There's something poetic about that. Endings feeding beginnings. Watching the machine work reminds me how progress never stops, just changes shape. Machines like this remind us, progress isn't about noise or speed, it's about purpose. Turning palm waste into new resources shows how power and responsibility can coexist. Real innovation isn't flashy, it's the quiet grind that keeps the world running. You hear it before you see it, steel grinding through rubber with surgical calm. Two solid rotors spin in perfect harmony, slicing car tires with 0.3 millimeter precision. No smoke, no chaos, just industrial poetry in motion, engineering that turns waste into purpose. Listen to that slow mechanical growl. The H50 doesn't rush, it dominates. Plastic panels crumble, shredded into fine recyclable fragments. Every rotation of those twin shafts feels like precision meeting patience. This is what modern recycling sounds like. Power guided by purpose. Every crushed object tells a story of transformation. From destruction comes creation, and from chaos, innovation. If that message hit home, like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below, because true power is in how we rebuild,